in the number 91 machine. Glenn Lucas in 26. And Jeff Smith will be driving car number 33. This will be an 8-lap qualifier for the Super Street Stock division as we'll get them settled down. Keith Foreman on the flag stand. Our chief steward is Bruce Hanley. We'll get them bunched up here as Keith still has the yellow on. As we said, they're going to be lined up on a point average, slow, fast Keith. Foreman has that green flag in hand. We're going to be looking for a start. And it'll be Bolivar, Missouri. Jim Spurlock will set the pace. Car number 87. Here they come, Phillips on his outside. Everybody anxious to go Friday night racing as the green drops, and I don't think we're going to get a start out of that. We'll drop the green down, then he'll go ahead and bring the yellow out, so it will be an original restart right now. Bob, if you don't care, we've still got some TA problems. If you'd pick up the call for the racing tonight.
Well, we'll certainly give it a try on Goodies night here at the Friday night action track. Keith Foreman setting the tone early this evening. He wasn't real pleased with
Bickard is your leader, and he has had some strong runs over the last couple of years in the 28 machine. He's currently being shown 15th in the track point standing. How big is this class of super stockers gotten only through about the first one? We have a full racing weekend. Speedway Lebanon Mo. but it looks like we're going to have to send him around one more time. That caution light still remains on. Pickard is the race leader. Rob Coxon, number 2 position, buys his third, Spurlock 4th, and Phillips rounds out the top 5. And he's going to show the green flag on Goody side. Friday night action track. Baker down the backstretch, he'll set the pace for the race, and he'll have the chauffeur car 92 Rob Coxon right to the front. Down the front stretch, 7 left to go, and that's right over. He's warming the top real happy. He's not that hard. There you go. Of course, if he jumped the restart, perfectly within the NASCAR guidelines to send the car tailback, and that was pointed out in the previous during the driver's meeting. So that's exactly what's going to happen right here. Looks like Henry's in, and that 33 machine is going to be the rear of the field.
Car heat race, Kim McCowan will lead him out in car 12. It's Danny Meyer in 21. Dan Gillum out of St. James in 37. Charging Charlie Johnson, the veteran of the racing game, in car 1. The double donut machine of Robbie Johnson. Tom Klaus in 42, Wayne Lewis in 14. Don Batson in the 01 car, otherwise known as the old, they call it the old-timers car. You look at the point standings this evening for the street stocks, and Klaus and Robbie Johnson are deadlocked with 70. Wayne Lewis has moved up to third, but he knows where he's going to start in the feature tonight after winning the main event last week. He starts tailback. The lights go off. McCowan and Meyer on the front row. Johnson and Gillum in row 2. They're down the front stretch. We're back to Super Stock Racing. And they're going to stay side by side into turn 2 as McCowan starts to dart away from the field. In car 12, Meyer bobbles. Charlie Johnson moves up to second. Robbie will try the inside and try and slide by Myers 21. Down the front stretch for the first time with 1 down, 7 remaining. It's McCowan, Johnson, Meyer, Klaus, Gillum, and Wayne Lewis in 14. Boy, the veteran now trying to reel in Kim McCowan, who is trying to crack the top 4 in the point standings, currently 5th. 2 down, 6 remaining. McCowan, Johnson, Klaus, and Meyer. Boy, that's a freight train. The veteran charging Charlie. Trying the high side as McCowan bobbles a bit, ducks down low in 12. It's a Johnson Express on the high side with Charlie and Robbie trying to move by McCowan. And they have done it. McCowan well off the pace in car 12. He's got problems. The Johnson freight train, and now Robbie ducks inside of charging Charlie. This won't go over big at home. Robbie ducks to the inside, and Tom Klaus will try and freight train the veteran as well. You look at the Ozark Coca-Cola scoreboard, 4 down, 4 remaining. Robbie and Charlie side by side. Klaus trying to find some running room in 42. But it's Robbie now a half a car length advantage as they head into turn 3. Boy, that's a Johnson Racing crew out of Miller, side by side down the front stretch. And now Robbie securely in the lead, charging Charlie in the number 2 position, gets by Tom Klaus, and Danny Meyer looks to the high side of Klaus, but can't find any running room there. Robbie and Charlie 1 and 2 as they look down the front stretch. 6 laps down, 2 laps remaining. Robbie Johnson, one of your co-point leaders, charging Charlie, is in the number 4 position. They're down the back stretch, and Robbie now with a 2-car length advantage. Keith Foreman, the white flag out, and they've got 1 more lap to go. Is there time as Tom Klaus now trying to pass charging Charlie in a battle for second? On Goodies night, Robbie Johnson into turn 3 and 4 for the final time. Down the front stretch, tonight's fast car heat race winner, Robbie Johnson. Charging Charlie second, Tom Klaus. 20 big laps this evening. A little bit of added moolah as well. The Grand American Modifieds. Brian Kopeka in car 5. Jamie McMurray out of Joplin in car 2. It's Russell Graves, former super stock competitor in car 73. James Kelly Sr. in 44. Mark Underwood with us in car 15. Terry Taylor, formerly in the street stock division, making it out in 66. Well, the modified point race continues to heat up as well as Jeff Dotson has made it out in car 6. Tremendous field of modifieds set to run this evening. David Bates is the track points leader, but only 4 points ahead of Ramey Johnson. Look for those two in the second heat race this evening. Goodies night here at the Friday night action track, but a lot of folks are helping to make the racing competition possible tonight. Automobilia, they're dialed in on unique and special collectibles and gifts for hard-to-buy-for race fans. During this week's program and receive a discount on your purchase. That's Automobilia. Davies Race Place also with a stand set up here at the Friday night action track. And we asked the kids to pull out those ticket stubs after this heat race. We got a couple of giveaways for the kids' tickets. Keith Foreman's got that green flag in the air. Brian Kapika will be on the pole in car 5. Jeff Dotson in 6 to the outside. Kelly Sr. Grays, Underwood and McMurray. Terry Taylor in 66. Kapika's going to stand on it early as they head down the front stretch, and off! Open wheel thunder and lightning racing. Kapika in 5 streaks down the backstretch. He had a strong run last Saturday, the I-44 Speedway. How about Kelly Sr.? Splitting the difference, trying to make it 3 wide down the backstretch. McMurray off the pace, though, in car 2. It's Kapika, your leader after lap 1. Dotson a good 7 or 8 car lengths behind. Now he bobbles. Starts to go through the infield, gets off the gas in a hurry, allowing Russell Graves to move up to second. We'll have 2 laps down on the Ozark Coca-Cola scoreboard this time for the Modifieds. 6 laps remaining. Graves and Taylor in a side-by-side battle for second. Graves slams the door shut this time, but it's Brian Kapika in car 5 threatening to run away with the first qualifier for the Modifieds. McMurray will have to duck to the inside in car 2 as Kapika comes around with 3 down, 5 left. Boy, some big problems for the Joplin chauffeur in car 2. Kapika headed into turn 4 and down the front stretch. We've got 4 down, 4 remaining. Halfway through is McMurray into the pits in car 2. It's Kapika, Graves, Taylor, Kelly Sr., Underwood, and the 6th machine of Jeff Dotson. But boy, Brian Kapika has looked strong early on. Brian Kapika with 5 down, 3 laps remaining. Kapika trying to crack the top 10 of the track point standings, and a strong showing in the feature tonight would do just that for him. We'll have 2 laps remaining after he crosses the start-finish line. Kapika's got 6 down and 2 left. Graves, Taylor, and then Underwood, followed by Kelly Sr. and Dotson. Your leader into turn 3 and turn 4. Keith Form with the white flag out for Brian Kapika with 1 more lap to go. Brian Kapika really pulling away from the field. He's probably let up a bit as well. Have to see what he can do in tonight's main event. But for now, he's going to be in winner's circle. Headed down the front stretch, the chauffeur of car 5, Brian Kapika. Graves comes home second. Taylor and Underwood, followed by James Kim. The fast car 8 race. That's Lee McGill at 10. He won the first feature of the year with us. Chauffeur car 51, that's Kim Keith. Jumping, Donnie Jumper won last Saturday at the I-44 Speedway in 75. David Bates, track points leader in 91. Adam Miller, the familiar orange on the double donut machine of Ramey Johnson. That's John Corliss, arrived right before the qualifying started tonight in car 22. And Bill Allen in car number 11 has run a couple of times with us this year at Bolivar Speedway USA. Made it last Saturday to the I-44 Speedway as well. Again, looking for kids tickets, 23722 and 23697. You got those, head to the tower. We got a couple giveaways for you. Keith will say, how about side by side, nose to tail, open wheel thunder and lightning is about ready to strike. We're going to weave back and forth on a cool evening trying to heat up those wide racing slicks. We're going 8 times around, and Lee McGill, who is 5th in the track point standings, will set the pace. Keith to the outside in car 51. And Keith will look him over and off to Modified Racing. And Bates in 91 with a strong move inside of Kim Keith as they roar down the backstretch. Lee McGill, though, the leader in 10. A little bit of fender rubbing that time with Bates and McGill as they head off of turn 4 down the front stretch. 1 lap down is David Bates, already in control. McGill, Keith, and here comes Ramey in 4th. Jumper rounds out the top 5. They head into turn 4 and down the front stretch. 2 laps down, 6 remaining. David Bates sporting the for sale sign on that 91 machine, your race leader. Keith looks to the inside of McGill. Can't find the running room this time. as they head down the front stretch. Bates a race later. McGill. Here comes Keith, and Ramey looks to the high side this time. Bates down the back stretch. Into turn number 4, and around the corner we have got on the Ozark Coca-Cola scoreboard 4 laps down, 4 laps remaining. And Moore trying to avoid number 1 machine, which was a little bit late in getting out. Boy, that's proved to be all kinds of havoc. But this has allowed David Bates to start to pull away, and also helped to allow Ramey Johnson to move up to second. That's going to bring out the caution flag. Oh, number 1 machine is Lawrence Hayes, just out scuffing some tires. That Aaron's Automotive Products car number 1, and all kinds of smoke coming out of that engine, and gonna have to take that back to the pit area, I do believe. Found one of the kids' tickets we're looking for one more though. 23697. 23697. If that's your kid's ticket, head to the tower, and we've got some merchandise to pass along to you. Laps down on the Ozark Coca-Cola scoreboard. As Hayes will head back to the pit area in car 1. Late models will hit the track next as the lights will go off. Bates, the track points leader. Ramey Johnson now glued to his bumper. They're glued to the bumper in the point standings too. Only 4 separate the two. That's only 2 positions on the track. Keith is third, Allen fourth, and Jumper, McGill, and Colas. As they head down the front stretch, Keith will say we're off to modified racing. Ramey still searching for that first modified win of the year, looking for a heat race victory this evening, as in the turn number 2, Colas loops the 22 machine. Leaders head down the front stretch, and the green light remains on. Bates, Johnson, Keith with some problems in 51 as he bobbles it and takes it down low. The white flag, though, is out for Bates. Johnson right on his bumper. And they've only got 1 more lap to go. Is there enough time for Ramey Johnson? Or will David Bates find his way to winner's circle again? They go into turn number 4. And down the front stretch they come, the track points leader, and tonight's NASCAR heat race winner, David Bates. Manager. Oh, okay, we'll let you know in a moment. All right, here come the late models. Steve Holton, 35, the Richland Bullet, Bob Webster, 25. Springfield, Steve Simmons on hand, and car number 19, that's Archie Griffin with us. And car number 11, boy, he's had a couple of strong runs this year. You look at the late model point standings, too, as Larry Roberts makes it out in 5. Well, his sponsors on hand this evening. The O'Sullivan-sponsored car 13 of Paul Wolin. And also with us, Jerry Kelly in that 04 machine. Well, Ronnie, next week, Pure Streeters and Superstocks at Speedway USA, extra laps, and a week from tomorrow, added laps for added cash for the late models. It'll be Holt and the Richland Bullet, Bob Webster, Kelly and Simmons, Wallen and Griffin, and Larry Roberts. Boy, he's enjoyed a lot of success in the late model stock division. Ripped out the restrictor plate in the car, which helped lead him to a couple of track championships. He's getting some windshield time in the late model this evening. He alluded to the fact they're going to be running in the Goodies 30 this evening. Goodies heading powders help bring you tonight's racing competition, the Friday night action track. Each one of our features led out by the Bill Roberts pace car. Got us a Camaro with those T-tops tonight. And Keith Foreman will put that green flag in the air, led by the powerful right arm Holt and Webster, Kelly and Simmons, Roland and Griffin, and Larry Roberts in car 5. Going 10 times around for the cars and the stars of the NASCAR Winston Racing Series and the Pacific Coast region. Holt will set the pace. When will he stand on it? He does, going into turn 3. Keith Foreman will look him over, and we're off. The late model racing. Holt and Webster side by side, but Griffin dies by Simmons and quickly up to the number 3 position. Holt at 35 assumes command as they look to wrap up lap 1. One lap on the Ozark Coca-Cola scoreboard. Webster now trying to challenge to the high side. No running room there. He'll dive all the way back down low. Kelly and Simmons in a side-by-side battle for 4th. Your leader down the front stretch. We've got 2 down, 8 remaining. It's Holt, Webster, Griffin, Kelly, Simmons, Roland, and Roberts. A lot of power underneath the hoods of the cars and stars of the Pacific Coast region. It's Steve Holt in 35, who had strong runs last year at Bolivar A&M Lebanon, your race leader. Webster to the inside, but he can't quite make the pass down the backstretch. Griffin a strong 3rd. Kelly and Simmons round out the top 5. Down the front stretch. 4 laps down, 6 laps remaining. Webster right on the bumper. He'll duck down low again, but Holt will slam the door shut. Griffin in 3rd, just waiting for a mistake. Kelly and Simmons round out the top 5, then Roland and Robert. 5 down, halfway through a first qualifier for the late models. Webster again ducks to the inside, but Holt slams it shut again. That's a 3-car freight train starting to pull away from the field. Down the front stretch, 6 laps down, 4 laps remaining. Webster not able to get by Steve Holt. Griffin is 3rd. Kelly and Simmons round out the top 5, and then Bill Sullivan sponsor 13 to Paul Roland. 7 down, 3 remaining in our first qualifier for the late models. Griffin trying to give Webster a little help as the 11 tails 25. The race leader down the front stretch with 8 down and 2 remaining. Steve Holt trying to lead it, flag the flag. Webster may be biding his time at 25, but now starts to back off. They go into turn 3. The gap again closed, and the white flag is in the air in the late models with 1 more lap to go. Is there time? Can anyone haul in Steve Holt this evening? He heads into turn number 3 and 4 down the front stretch of first. Heat race winner for the late model, Steve Holt. Webster and Griffin 2nd and 3rd, followed by Kelly, Simmons.
Watch as the evening goes, and you'll see that low groove come in while Steve Holt stayed on the high groove. A beautiful job by all the drivers as they were running nose to tail and doing a lot of storage in. Here's our starting bid for the fast dash, Bob.
In 52, out of Oklahoma, Wayne McCarthy in 28. Rapid Roy Chisholm out of Republic in 57. He is the 3-time NASCAR Winston Racing Series short track champion. Out of Springfield in car 75, Larry Phillips. Last year's track champion, we nicknamed him Ice, cool under pressure. Chauffeur of the Chevrolet Lumina, car 7, Ricky Eisenhower. Let him heat up the tires a bit on Goodies night at the Friday night action track, and now Keith will say, let's slow it down, and side by side, nose to tail, we want to go this time around. James Kelly Jr., Brian Daniel will be in the front row, but Brian Daniel knows where he's going to start tonight. Won the feature last week. He and Larry Phillips will start tailback. Remember, Larry wasn't here last Friday, but the last time he competed, he won the feature. So he's tailback in the main as well. Daniel and Kelly will set the pace. They're down the front stretch, and we're off. The late model racing. Daniel leads the pack into turn 1. He dropped an engine last Saturday at the I-44, but looked strong early on. Wayne McCarthy, 28, now right on his bumper as your leaders head down the front straightaway. 1 down, 9 left. Chisholm and Phillips stuck to the inside of Kelly, but can't quite make that groove stick, or can they? Phillips makes it 3 wide. Slides by Chisholm, but down the front stretch with 2 down and 8 left. Your race leaders, Brian Daniel, McCarthy, and then Phillips, followed by Eisenhower, Kelly, and Chisholm. Brian Daniel looking strong again at 52. McCarthy at 28, trying to slide by. 7 laps remaining on the Ozark Coca-Cola scoreboard. As a 3-time national champion is up to 3rd, trying to haul in McCarthy and Daniel. But remember, he's got nothing to run for here this evening. He starts tailback in the feature. Down the front stretch, 4 down, 6 remaining. It's Daniel, McCarthy, Phillips, Eisenhower, Chisholm, and Kelly. They head into turn 3. This will be the halfway point. You glance at the Ozark Coca-Cola scoreboard, 5 down, 5 remaining. McCarthy to the inside of Daniel. He fishtails a bit as they go into 2, trying to make her stick down the backstretch. And here comes Phillips again. They're side by side. McCarthy starts to loop it at it. High off at turn 4. Here's Phillips to the inside of McCarthy. Down the front stretch, smacks the wall hard, headed into turn 1. That's going to bring out the red flag. Attention, please. Please stay away from the fence. Security, please keep the youngsters away from the fence. Thank you.
thought at first, so we're going to go ahead and cancel this evening's show. Again, we apologize for this. But Wayne is a very close member of everybody, of all the racers. The drivers are very upset right now. Lots of track crews are here. So if you would please report to the ticket booth, give you the rain check for next Friday night show. The rest of the show this evening is canceled.